I was just trying to get all my stuff together, and I was running, and just as I got to the door, my assistant handed me this envelope, a manila folder, and didn't give me any warning of what was in it. Just said, hey, read this stuff and take a look at it. Usually it's something I have to sign or read or, what it is. So I settle in, finally barely make the flight, and I get into the seat, and I'm going through some things, and I pull out a letter, and it was a handwritten letter, and it wasn't like anything else that was in the envelope, and I pull it out, and I start reading. It's kind of like it's kind of childlike in the way it was written, and it says, "Dear Hill Harper, my name is Brian, 16 years old, and I'm in jail. I can't use a computer, so I can't email you. I wrote these to some place in New York, and I hope and pray the fax these letters to you. I'll give it to you some way because I really want to talk to you about a lot of stuff, Hill. I just finished reading your book, Letters to a Young Brother. It was the best book I ever read in my life, and I mean that. So if Penguin Ink give you these letters, I'd like to have your home address so we can correspond back and forth to each other. Like you said in your book, many young people don't have a role model. I didn't have one. That's why I'm in jail, but I have one now. His name is Hill Harper, and I really hope Penguin Ink give you these letters first class, and if you do get it, can you please write me back? I read in your book that you play in CSI New York. I like that show, and I also like CSI Miami, but I do like your show a little better. That's good. And I also read you went to school with Barack Obama. If you can tell him I said hello. If I was at home, I'd vote him president if I was older. I'm only 16. And I'll tell you why I'm in jail and how much time I have if you write me back, or even if you get my letter, which I hope you do. Well, that's everything for now. Hope you write back. Your friend and brother Brian. So I was on the plane, and I started to tear up when I got that letter because if you just do like a real quick cursory analysis of it, number one, he said he's 16 years old, but it's written at kind of like a third or fourth grade level. And then you say, well, wow, he wrote it to some place in New York and just sent it out there, and he says about 3 or 4 times, I hope you write me back, which in my mind is tantamount to someone kind of just sitting there writing out something, sticking it into a jar and throwing it into the ocean, saying, yo, I need help. Help me, please. Somebody. Anybody. Does somebody hear my voice? I'm 16 years old. And so I tracked down Brian, and I got to know him, and he's 14 years old when he was tried as an adult. Started to find out that, we live in the only country in the world where we'll give minors 14, 13, 15 years old life sentences. And started to dig a little deeper and learn a little bit more about him. And the crime he committed was horrendous. It was horrific. And I think about that victim because I care about the victim too. But what I started to realize is that the more work we do in ending recidivism and stopping the social systemic problems that cause the original crime, the more we can help victims. So Brian's 24 now. Yeah, I got that letter a long time ago. Talk to him on a regular basis. He's still in prison, yeah. So he's been there since he's been 14. And he's worked hard since he's been there. He's gotten better. He reads better than fourth grade level. And he helped me. He helped me with this book right here. He gave me notes. He told me what sucked about it when I sent him the manuscript, But I'll tell you what, I get tens to hundreds of letters to my office from Brian's and Brianna's and Jose's and Jessica's and Javier's and Sarah's, Stevie's. And you guys, I'm tired of getting those letters. I don't want any more letters from the Brians or the Briannas. So part of the work here today is I hope people will truly be courageous. I hope people will truly speak speak about solutions within the system and outside of the system. Because the problems we have right now, we should stop colluding in and allowing them to exist. Have a great day.